I'm Jessie Schwartz. I am a fourth year at UVA and I ride on the club eventing team. Eventing is basically the triathlon of horseback riding. For UVA, I get to compete and I go out to competitions all in what's called Area 2. So it's like the Pennsylvania to Carolina area. So we try to stay in this little area, but like in the winter sometimes we'll go down south where the weather's better. I have two horses. I have my horse Kit Kat, who I've had for 7 years, and then I have my horse Jojo, who I bought about a week and a half ago. She's 7 and Kit Kat is 16. I have to be good at something. I hate not being good. I will put in the effort. And so I was pretty good at horseback riding, but I was a little scared of it, to be honest. Like, I was small and the horses were really scary to me. Like, they're big. And my coach had this tiny pony. For like a year, I would ride this pony for fun every time I came out to the barn. And he would like try to not let me tack him up, he would try to not let me get on, but it all like wasn't scary because he was like this big. And I felt so accomplished when all of a sudden I stopped falling off it, I could jump it over little jumps, and I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. Like, I did this, like this was all me. And I was like, I kind of love this. Like, I love training these horses. I love this idea of like being able to make it, like see what my work changed. Like, it was so obvious the difference I could do. I bought Kit Kat when I was 14 years old, so back in January of 2015, and I've had him since then. The bond I have with Kit Kat probably sounds silly, but like that's like my best friend. Like, I see him every day. If I'm upset, I go into his stall and give him a hug. All of like the coolest experiences of my life have been with him. I've traveled to Texas, I've traveled to Montana, I've traveled to Canada, all with him, like to do horse shows, and I've gotten experiences that like most people don't get to have, that I never would have gotten if it wasn't for him. I've had really sad moments where I've gotten eliminated or haven't done as well as I thought, but like they never upset me because I know that he's trying his best for me. And then I've had the coolest experience of my life and done things that I never thought I would get to do, and it's all because he's willing to try for me. And basically what makes it so cool with him, other than just like, this horse is like so much fun, and I just love him. Like, he's very quirky, everything is super, he has his own personality. If he wants to do something, you aren't gonna talk him out of it. Like, he will do whatever he wants. But because I think that's funny and that's kind of how I am, we get along. Like, I kind of let him do his thing until I tell him not to. And because I do it so rarely, he's kind of like, okay, I guess mom means it this time. Like, I guess I have to listen to her. It just feels so cool to be like, if I ask him to do something, he'll tell me if he can't, but every time he tries so hard for me. And it's just like really rewarding to feel like he does it because I ask him to. I understand what he can and can't do. I know everything he's thinking. It's like dating someone for a really long time. Like, if they come by in the day, like you can just tell by their mood or their the way they look, like whether or not you'll have a good day. If I show up and I'm in a bad mood, we're probably gonna have a bad ride because he's like, no, you're in a bad mood. I don't want to be around you. Like, it's the same as being around a person. They're really tuned into moods. Horses are herd animals, so they pick up on like what the herd is doing, and when you're riding them, you become their herd. And so they really pay attention to every one of your moods, your attitudes, how you're doing. And so it's really cool to have something that's so tuned into me and is like a reflection of myself, especially with such a long time that I've been riding him. Everything he does, every time he flicks his ear, every time he moves a muscle, I know what that means. And every time I'm upset, he knows what that means, and we kind of work with each other to like make it better.